Alright, this is a race recap of my Humboldt 2022 marathon first place, and there's a lot to understand how I came to make it to this race, but this will just be about the race itself, and or race day rather. So I woke up at dark 30, I don't know, maybe 5 o'clock, and put some headphones on, and I went down to the river and I did some Wim Hof breathing and in the dark, and was watching the first headlights of the competitors pull in, and I could tell that they were mentally taken aback, to say the least. So made it to the starting line and made a last minute decision to carry a banana wrapped in a tortilla with peanut butter and Nutella on it in a plastic bag, because this race does not have any nutrition in it really, and that was one of the smartest decisions I ever made, and I'll probably do that from every marathon forward. Alright, so fast forward, make it to the starting line, make friends with three really cool guys, and they're running the half marathon, but right off the bat we were running and pacing together. Went through the first mile at about between 6:10, 6:15 maybe, and I just settled into that pace. I ended up, my shoe came untied within the first 5K, and so I had to stop for that. And I stopped at every aid station except right after halfway. I made it to that one before the people got there. But getting ahead of myself. So made it through 5K in like well under 19 minutes, which was yeah, felt like that was going to be a bit above pace, but being around the half marathoners, I fed off them, and they were pushing, and I was pushed to keep up with them, reeled them back in, and then going into the second 10K, so around 15K, they were slowing down a little bit, and I was working really hard to try to get them. And one thing about this whole marathon is that everything just lined up so well that every time I'd pass an aid station or another competitor or anything, I would just let out, woo woo woo! And I think that was really disheartening for second place, maybe, who ended up over a mile behind me. But not trying to say I'm the fastest in the world, you know, there's a lot of people faster than me, but any victory is a nice one. So pushed really hard, and actually would have been third place, I think, in the half marathon, but I went through in 1 hour and 22 minutes, which was more than 2 minutes faster than my half marathon PR, and I held on to that and kept stretching out my lead. The second half was supposed to be hilly, and but it really felt pretty normal. I've been training on a lot of hills, so the pace stayed pretty even. Made it to the turnaround, and had a nice cushion on second place, and I had been sort of reserving a little bit to put the hammer down going down the last 10 kilometers, and it wasn't until about mile 24 that I could feel the beginnings of the beginnings of my glycogen depletion, and I had finished my banana, but luckily I had pushed really hard in training, going as far as 35 kilometers of speed work at one time, and powered home hard for the finish of 2 hours and 45 minutes, and so I think that what comes out to somewhere like 6:15-ish pace. So that was 7 months hard-earned victory, and it was really just part of a beautiful story, also of a marathon sort of helping save somebody else's life. But that's a story for another time. This is just my first sub-3 marathon race recap. Y'all have a nice night.